Hello friends, welcome back to the Adventure Builder channel. Today we're going to talk about this EJEAS E6. We'll do a quick unboxing, review the features of the E6, and then, extra bonus, I'll show you how to modify it into an amazing comm for the price. Stick around for that. Starting with the box and through all the components, you would never think this was a budget device. Thing just feels like quality. The accessories, device itself, it's all good stuff. The speakers are hefty. The different mounts are included. You've got both a boom and a standard closed face mic and charging cable. It's a micro USB, which is kind of the old style for plugging into an older device like this. Let's talk about the features this thing has. It connects to up to 5 other devices, but unfortunately that's the way EJEAS says in real life. You really connect with one buddy. You got one riding partner you can connect with. You could connect with 4 others if you wanted by each of these buttons out here, but realistically, I can't imagine why anyone would do that. So you can talk to one friend, you can listen to Bluetooth music or podcasts or whatever you're into. You could make and receive phone calls. What I like to do is use my phone's Google's built-in assistant. So if I were in use on my bike, I basically push this button and hold it, and my phone will pop up with the assistant. And then I can tell Google what I want. So now I'm going to tell you what I love about this thing. For one, I love the size. I love how slick it looks. I love the premium feel. I love that it's waterproof as long as you keep the plug in. I don't worry about it being damaged by the rain. I've got over 30,000 miles on one of these, and I've ridden in all kinds of weather, and the thing still works like new. I like the battery life. I charge it about once a week with commuting every day. If I go out on a trip, I can definitely be riding all day, and I charge it at night, and that's no problem. It doesn't ever go low. So it's the perfect con. Well, not quite. The problem with this one is if you wear gloves, it's impossible to find the button you're looking for. And I think that EJEAS could have done a little better on positioning of these buttons or something, or a different style of button to make it easier. But I actually have devised a solution for this, and I can make this the comm of your dreams. Well, at least it is the comm of my dreams. Like, it works really well for me. And so now I'll show you what I'm going to do to prep this to get it ready for everyday use. Here's the problem we're trying to solve. We've got too many buttons, too small of an area. It's hard with gloves to find the button that you're looking for. So what we're going to do, we're going to take off the extra 4 buttons we don't need, and then we're going to add this little toggler here to make our volume up and down more of a rotating motion versus trying to find those small buttons. That's what we're going to do. Let's get to it. So these are the things we need to do it. We've got our comm. We've got a little plastic ring. This was a spacer from a TV wall mount set, but any kind of a thing. You could cut off a piece of tubing. The round shape is nice, but I don't think it's necessary. You could do it with something flat. Basically what you want to do is create, instead of trying to find this little button and push it with your glove, have a bar across here so you can toggle up, down, roll, which having something round to do that with really helps. I've got a couple different types of knives here, and I think the old one, when I cut it out, I ended up gouging a little more than I like. So I'm going to try to lube it up with some glass cleaner when I actually do my cuts. Let's start by making this the arced shape that I'm looking for. I don't think I want fully all the way around. I want a little bit shorter than a full half round. If I align it on here, I kind of see the width I'm looking for. So I'm going to try to make a couple cuts and see how close I can get. This is pretty tough plastic. So I've got a cut board here and a good solid knife. If I look at how this fits, it spans that gap pretty well. I need to square up these corners just a little bit though. So now I've got a piece of sandpaper here. I want to make this bottom edge as flat as possible. Depending on the grid of paper you happen to have, will make the difference on how much work it is or how smooth you can get it. It's all right to have it a little bit rough because we're going to end up putting some glue in there, and it'll be all right to have something for that glue to grab onto. I just want these, I just want a nice straight edge there so that when we get time to glue it on, it matches up with the buttons. That looks pretty good. So we'll set that aside. Next thing we've got to do is actually trim off these 4 buttons. So I've done it before with a blade like this out of the knife, but these types of blades here is what I want to try this time. I broke off, this is the kind of extendable blade where you would break off the pieces as they wear. So I have just one section of a brand new one, and I'm going to try to use this to slide in there and clean it up. So I'm just going to spray a little glass cleaner on. I'm going to make a mess here. Just to, this soft touch material back here, I want to not gouge it. So I'm just going to slide this blade through real smooth and see what we get. One of the things is these little buttons move as you're pressing on them with the blade, so it's tough to get a nice straight cut. Oops, digging into my background there a little bit. We need a little more lube. So if you guys have a better idea of the best way to do this, I'm open to hear it. Leave a comment. But I've done a couple of these so far, and this gets the job done. Just takes a few minutes, a little bit of work. Not sure whether using this little piece of blade is actually any easier than what I did before with a full-size razor blade though. Now what we have to do, if we want our little toggler to stick, there's a little minus and plus that are here on these buttons. If we want our adhesive to stick well, then we should get that off of there as well.
So I'm just gonna kind of scrape that plus and minus off of there. Oops, dug in a little bit. It won't hurt if you accidentally dig in a little bit. It's going to just give it more meat for the glue, for the adhesive to grip onto. You just don't want to gouge it up, you know, so it's coming apart on you. You want to make sure the buttons stays intact for a little bit of structure. But what I'm actually going to do also is add just some little scratches in here with my blade. Same thing, a little bit something for that glue to bite into. If these loosen up over time, you can always just put another drop of glue in, but it's good to have it as good of a bite as you can get right from the start.
Now that we've got our cuts done, we just need to make sure that we've got our areas clear that we're going to put the glue on. We want to make sure that it sticks. So I'm making a mess here. So I'm just going to wipe this with alcohol just to make sure it's clean. We'll just wipe these parts with alcohol and then let that dry. It's been a few minutes that alcohol's had a chance to dry. So this is I think this is Gorilla brand, just like super glue. I personally prefer the gel just because it's less messy. Although this tube doesn't look like it's in the best shape. Maybe this wasn't the right one to grab off the shelf, but I think it'll do the job. Put a little bit on there. This extra little bit I don't think will hurt anything. I have to put it on both parts to make sure I get it up in there. If you use a nicer tube of glue, it probably will get you better results. Stick these things together. I don't glue my fingers to it. Get it in place. Make sure I get it nice and centered up on the button. It kind of wants to slide all around. So I'm going to give it a nice squeeze and hold. So it's been a little while, giving the glue a chance to dry. We'll just pop this thing on here. I'd suggest maybe giving 24 hours to make sure that your adhesive is plenty dry before you start poking at your buttons. But you see we've got clear feeling from the back to the front for that button, front to the back for this button. The power is easy to find and you can toggle up, down very easily with your thumb and your finger as well. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're interested in purchasing an EJEAS E6, they're available on AliExpress. Plus, I'll also add an Amazon link down below. Please click the like button and be sure to subscribe to see more tips on building your own adventure.